Hey, y'all, it's Redneck Biker 109. Hey, I'm back. I forget exactly where we left off yesterday with the video with the BarkBusters and the Warp 9 shift levers. So the Warp 9s went on really good. I didn't get a chance to ride it today, so I'm going to do that here, hopefully here in a few minutes. So when I was putting in the BarkBusters yesterday, or I went to put in the BarkBusters, I got all this material and stuff and parts and bits and pieces that came with it. However, for whatever reason, whether, like I said in a previous video, I don't know whether mine was packaged on a Monday or a Friday or what happened, but they didn't send me all the necessary hardware for the clamps that go onto the handlebars. And so what I did was I called Revzilla, because that's where I ordered the stuff from. And so they were like, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. We get it from one of our suppliers. So essentially they don't, once they get something in from their supplier, and in this case it was a direct shipment from that supplier, who it turns out to be was Twisted Throttle. Ironically, when I was pricing these, I went to Twisted Throttle and then looked at Revzilla, and because I had Revzilla cash, I ordered it from Revzilla, and so I got it like $20 off. So Revzilla was really understanding, and I offered to take pictures and all this stuff, and what I didn't really want to do was send it all back, and you know, because that's a pain in the ass. You got to pay for the returns and you know, all that crap, and then hopefully when you get a new one, whenever, you know, a week later, you know, then you don't, you know, you got to wait for it, right? So what I ended up doing, and I talked to a guy by the name of Tom at Revzilla, who was awesome. And basically what had happened is that he and I decided I would try and find the parts locally. So what I did was I took the instruction sheet from the BarkBuster pack themselves, and then went in and I had a really nice person or lady at Fastenal help me out. And so we just went down the parts list, and then $13 later, I have all the parts now to put in the BarkBusters. So, but that lady was awesome at Fastenal. I just went in there and said, this is what I need. You know, there's actually the numbers on the instruction sheet that you get from BarkBusters, and she just went right down the list and just pulled everything out of the drawer. It would have taken me 2 hours. She was done in like 2 minutes. So that was awesome. And then I called Tom back from Revzilla and said, hey dude, I was able to find all the parts locally. You said you would give me a credit, blah, 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 blah. And sure enough, they gave me a $40 credit, store credit. So now I've got $40 at Revzilla to spend. So I'll need some suggestions down in the comments section as to what I need to buy. I'm sure you'll have some good ideas. You guys have been following along. You know what I've done, what I haven't done. I'm sure there's something I can spend 40 bucks on at Revzilla. So long story short, Revzilla did a great job. I really appreciate their customer service, and you know, I've shopped there anyway, so you know, and I'll continue to shop there. So I'm pretty happy. I'm not going to bore you with a big long install video on this. I'll just show you the kind of the before and after. If you've not done these before though, and you'll see these kind of compression rings that come with the BarkBuster stuff, and if you've got stock KLR bars, you don't need these things. All you need, you don't even need these nuts either. So you just need the bolts, the clamps that go on into the BarkBusters, and these little itty bitty tubes that connect all this stuff together. So essentially what happens is your parts go together like this. This clamps around the bars, and then this actually connects to this section, and then you can, you know, move it around and adjust it. It's all the bolts that were supposed to be for this that was missing, so therefore I couldn't install it. So I don't know whether these are really needed or not. I don't think so. I'll have to see. But so there's an update for that. I'm going to install them here in just a second, and we'll see what they look like. Okay, this is the clutch side. Clutch side went on really easy. I was a little worried about this cable guide right here. That's probably a weird angle, but so I was kind of worried about it right here, and I was able just to get this close enough and this tight enough so it's not you know, this bolt's not in there cockeyed, and this moves just a little bit, and just barely able to get this in and tightened up. So, I mean, it's nice and solid. It's not going anywhere. I don't know. I was going to try and reuse the bar end weights, but they don't really look right, and they don't sit flush because this is kind of small. If this flange were a little bit bigger, you could put the original bar end weights in there, but they make some that you can put on the end. I may get someday, maybe, probably not. Well, I guess it'll just depend on how much vibration there really is. I mean, so, but yeah, so there's the clutch side, pretty solid. So pretty happy with that. I'm gonna do the other side here in just a second. You can see how good that fits in there, how tight it fits in there. Okay, so here's the brake side. It went on easy, no issue. You know, it's just a couple bolts, so no issues. The only issue I thought I would have, and really didn't, was where the brake line goes into the upper master cylinder, I guess is what it would be called, or I'm sorry, the fluid reservoir. I just moved this up just a hair, just because. I don't know that I needed to. And then I thought this cable guide, I took it out, but it was able to go right back in. So this fit just fine. Free play in the throttle is fine. It lines up well. So, and that's kind of the view you get from the front of the bike. I added some stickers. That's my stock windscreen that I put on in the summer, just simply because I get more air. So. But that's what it looks like, and that's what the guard's on. These are I thought these were the Storms, but actually these are the VPS. And what happens too is you've got a little, sorry about that. What happens too is you've got a little deflector that goes on here somehow. It attaches to the back with some screws. And so I guess if you wanted added wind protection, you could put it wherever it goes. I guess actually this goes on this side, but so it goes there and just screws into the back for more air protection. You can see there's some holes right here on the back, so you can put it down low like that if you wanted, or you can put it up here if you want it. So it's got those two levels, which I'll probably do that in the winter. Because I've got some Tour Master gloves that are shit. So, and they're the winter gloves. They're the nicest one Tour Master sells, and I hate those fucking things. So that's what it looks like. So I'll probably get that mirror back on, but thanks for watching. Like I said, this wasn't just an install video, really. It was just kind of what I did, and I don't know if there'll probably be 2 separate videos would be my guess, but anyway. But that's what it looks like. So thanks for watching. Ride safe.